Hi there! Today we're going to do a tutorial which will show you how to create levels in the level editor for the game Single Feather. Hi, I'm the developer of Single Feather. My name is Lucky. If you'd like to give the demo a try, you can find it in the first link in the description. I am going to be participating in Steam Next Fest, and I'm looking forward to that this October. Let's get started. So, I've just entered the level editor. I've got everything unlocked, whereas if you're playing the game, you'll gradually unlock options in the level editor as you progress through the campaign of levels that I've created. What I'm going to do is what everyone should do to start, which is I'm going to play a level and import one into the game. So I'll show you how to do that right now. There is a Discord server for Single Feather. That link is also in the description. And what I'm going to do is, going to the levels channel, you can find a few different levels that have been created. And I will download this one. Now this is a PNG file, it's an image, but hidden within that image is all the information necessary to generate that level in the level editor. So I've got this in my downloads folder here, and it's as simple as dragging and dropping it into the game, and then that will generate the level. I'm going to go back to full screen now. If we want, we can play the level right away, or we can just sort of pan around and look and see what's there. I'm going to play the level. We can do that by pressing this button here, or by pressing the P key. This is the very first level. It's just a tutorial, basically, showing you that you can jump with the J key. I'm using A and D from like the WASD side of the keyboard to move left and right. You can also use K, by the way, to do like a long jump like this. Collect some stars. You can see in the top right, we've got all of them. And bam, that's how you play a level. I'm going to go back to the level editor, and I'm going to create a new level. So that'll clear all of my progress. I can do that by hitting this button or hitting Control N. So let's do that. I'm going to start out with what I like to do first, which is give it a background. So there are a few different times of day you can choose from. This one's the prettiest. It's the Northern Lights. You think we should do that? Let's do that. And then from here, you've got these various tabs, which have different options in the level editor that you can apply to the level. I've selected the player here, so I can put the player anywhere. You can only place one at a time, and I'm placing this down just by clicking with the mouse. Now I'm going to add some floor. Why not do this? So if I wanted to put a bunch of floor, I could do, place every single block like this one at a time, or I could use the tools up here, which is pretty neat. This one here is to draw a rectangle, and so anything from within here, basically, if you have it selected, you can create a rectangle just by clicking and dragging, and then once you let go, it'll create a rectangle in the shape of what you've done. So that's what the floor looks like. I'll show you some of the other tools. This one is for selecting a rectangle. It's a lot like a image editing program, like paint.net or something. So you can select it, and then if you want to, let's say, cut this, like copy-paste sort of thing, you can use this button up here, or you could also use the shortcut Control X, but I've just cut that selection out now, and then I can use this button here to paste it from the clipboard, or use Control V, and then what that does is it attaches to the cursor the thing that I copied, or in this case, the thing that I cut. You can even use it like a brush, and start like making huge amounts of stuff just very, very quickly. That looks kind of interesting. Let's do it like that. You can also erase using this erase tool. Just click and drag. The brush tool is the opposite of that, which lets you actually like fill stuff in. You can also erase just by using right click. That works too. I will point out right now that this level editor does have full controller support, so if you don't want to use a mouse and keyboard, you can use a controller. one that you connect to your computer. But I do suggest using a keyboard and mouse if you have that option, because it's a little bit more convenient to use that. By the way, I'm moving around in here using WASD, the keys, but I can also use like my laptop's trackpad to move around the camera, and I can also zoom in and out with the trackpad. I'm using a laptop, not a traditional mouse, and so just pinching and zooming lets me do that. It'll work slightly differently depending on the computer you have. It might be like a scrolling up and down motion that you do to zoom in and out. It sort of depends on the type of computer you have. You can also zoom in and out using the minus and plus keys. That'll just sort of like step in and out like this. And then you can hit the 0 key to zoom back into whatever the default zoom is for when you're actually playing a level. If you want to see like the actual grid of the level that everything gets placed on, because like as you can see, you can't, everything gets placed on sort of an invisible grid. You can use this toggle here, and it will create this like checkerboard pattern, so you can actually like count the spaces for this jump. So you can see this is a 7-space jump here, and you can make sure that everything is equal in size if you want to. I get kind of distracted by that, so I normally leave it off, but you're welcome to use that. Now I'm going to have some fun by placing some stars around. That'll make it kind of difficult. That was sort of random, but whatever. The stars are an added bonus. Like if you collect them in the game, it's like, hey, way to go, you got all the stars, you got some of them. And you can add extra challenge to your levels by putting stars in them. This tab here is like different hazards. So there are the spikes. Land on those and you die. If you touch them from the side, you'll be fine. These, if you touch these from any place, you'll die. Let's place... I don't want to put everything I could possibly place in a level in this level, because that gets a bit crowded. I'm going to put some birds there, though. Actually, you know what? I want to move these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select using that tool, and then I'm going to use the move tool to drag these around. I want those to go here. That's much better. Let's see. So now, I think I'm just about ready to finish this. I'm going to place a nest there. Let's put some ground underneath it. And then let's give this level a play, shall we? Okay. First I'll just show you what it looks like to die. Yeah, it'll tell you to press R to restart. You can actually press R at any time to restart. You don't have to wait for that prompt. Let's try and get all these stars. Now that one is a little tricky, but I got it there. There we go, 5 out of 5. And now I want to dodge these spikes. Like I said, you can touch them from the side, or from the bottom, for that matter, but landing on them from the top is going to kill you. Yeah, these cardinals, they sort of stun you if you hit them from the side, but if you jump on them, you can bounce. There we go. Well done, me. So now let's see what it looks like to actually share a level. So you go up here, you go to this like export/save button. Like I said, it's based on image editing software. That's the inspiration, I mean. And so if you save a level, you're actually saving a file. Okay, so let's give our level a name. Let's call it, I don't know, nighttime fun. No, that's lame. Nighttime smiles. I don't know. Whatever. You can choose the file extension. I recommend using the JSON file extension, even though I just showed you the lvl.png one. The PNG files, they're nice and all, and you sort of get like a little thumbnail of what the level looks like right here. This image file is literally the level. Like this one here, I'll open it. That's the level. It's got all the information inside of it. But the problem is, if you do that, sometimes if you share these PNG files over some sort of platform, it will delete that extra data silently without telling you, or it'll convert it to a different file type like JPEG. So to avoid those sorts of problems, you might want to just use JSON, and that's just like the raw level data. It doesn't have that picture inside of it at all. So I will save it now. And now let's look at that folder. So here it is there, nighttimefun.json. Now what I'm going to show you is what it's like using the online level player. This is it here. This is also in the description as a link. What this is it's like the level editor, except I've stripped away any of the features that actually let you create things, and it's just about importing levels, loading them, and then playing them. So if you go to this link in your web browser, Chrome, Firefox, whatever, what you can do if you load this into your browser is you can play single feather levels right in your browser. You don't have to download the game, you don't have to buy anything, and if you want to share a level that you made with somebody, you can also send them this link with it, and that way they can play on any computer. So I'm going to drag and drop this file into there, and bam, just like that, you're able to load a level using the level player. Again, that link is in the description. Okay, now I'm just going to show you the very last of the features that we're going to cover here. I'll create another level, just a new, like a simple one. Place that down, and I'll give it a background. There we go. There are a few more options in the menu here that you can actually place in a level. Some of them are these fire projectiles, which go one of 4 cardinal directions. You can place them in the level, and then the way it works is as soon as you move, then time actually starts in the game, and then these fire projectiles will start moving. So if I move, then they'll move. If I restart the level, they're stopped. I'll even make it even more clear that time doesn't start until you move. So I've started playing the level, technically, but the level hasn't really begun. As you can see, I'm just sort of floating in the air, so because I haven't moved at all, like, gravity hasn't even started to affect me. Gravity hasn't started to affect me, fireballs aren't moving, but then as soon as I move, then the world starts moving too. Get it? I'm gonna delete these. Also, yeah, actually, while I'm on the topic of fireballs, so you can place fireballs down, but at time of recording, there is no way to spawn them continuously. There's no like spawner you can place in the game that'll just like constantly shoot out fireballs every 2 seconds or something. That is something I'd like to put in the game, but it's not there right now. So now I'm showing you the frog. So he works similar to the cardinal that I showed you, except he will actually jump at you. So if you get into like a certain range near him, he'll turn to you and he'll start wiggling, and then he'll jump. If you get really, really close too fast, he'll jump immediately. He'll stun you if you touch him. Killed him. Bring it back. But like the cardinal, if you bounce on his head, if you land on his head, you'll bounce. And you can use that, and I'll show you how, to make, like, let's say, added challenges. Like, you can get out of this pit if you jump on his head, but otherwise you're stuck in there. That's a common level type that you'll find in levels that I made in the campaign, if you follow that first link in the description to play the demo. Another cool thing you can place in the level is this aviator cap. So it's a cap and goggles with a little scarf. So typically you just have a double jump. One jump you can do in the air, but if you collect this, then you get infinite jumps, and you can fly forever, basically. You can also do long jumps in the air now, whereas before you could not. So that opens up a whole new bunch of possibilities while still keeping most of the mechanics still the same. For the floors, these are just aesthetic differences. There's no real mechanic difference, if you will, with using these, but they look different. The background, same thing. This is the daybreak background, like the very morning. This is like midday, early afternoon is what I imagine. This is as the sun has like basically set now, or is setting. And then this time is at night, where you get the Aurora Borealis. You can also set music. I'll turn it on just so you can hear it. That's the default theme for the game. This song is the song that plays when you fight the boss. Yes, there is a boss in the demo. And this is actually an existing song that I found called "The Water Is Wide." "The Water Is Wide." It is an old folk song that's now like entered the public domain, and this is my arrangement of that song. This one is the default level editor theme. And any song that you set will be like packaged with the level, so when you load it, when somebody loads it, they'll be playing the song that you selected. Alright, so what have we learned today? We've gone through all of these different tabs, the different things, everything you can place into a level we've tried. We've gone through all of the tools. I'll reiterate up here is just the buttons you can press to save a file, to load a file, as opposed to dragging and dropping. You can load a file using this. This is to create a brand new level and clear all your progress. Up here is undo and redo. And now you can also just use the shortcuts on your keyboard to do that, like Control-Shift-Z, Control-Z. You can see if I hit undo over and over again, it'll undo everything. And if I hit redo, it'll redo everything. And that's it. So, I hope this was helpful. I hope you play the level editor. You can play Single Feather Charms of Nature today just by following the link in the description. The demo is out now. And I hope to see all of your nice levels. If you do have a level you want to share with people, you can join the Discord and share it using the levels channel in Discord. Bye-bye!